Torgel so richtig happy. Er so, ja, zu Hause. Aus der Versenkung.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Naja, good news.
Walkways need patching up.
Das mit Ultima ist debatable, würde ich sagen. Aber ich finde es krass. Also ich habe damit gerechnet, dass Annabella schon darauf hinarbeitet, Olivier zum Kaiser zu machen. Aber doch nicht jetzt. Hat sie den anderen einfach gekillt? So, wir überspringen Dion. Der ist Bahamut. Also ist mein Sohn jetzt der Kaiser. Ja, ja, okay, perfekt. So, eine Lumpenfrau. Oh, 4 neue Hand. Seelenstachel, Grimalkin, 9 Dolch und der Zerstörer der Welten. Ich glaube, das ist der aus dem Showcase, ne? Für den bin ich noch nicht bereit, das können wir schon mal sagen. Aber C-Ranks und ein A-Rank könnte man versuchen, ne? Seelenstachel. Ein Schwarm fliegender Scheusale hat vor kurzem in der Nähe eines verlassenen Dorfes auf den Feldern von Korava ein Nest gebaut. Je größer es wird, umso mehr wächst auch ihr Hunger. Unlängst wurden bereits die Überreste von Bestien beachtlicher Größe in der Nähe des Nestes entdeckt. Lässt man den Schwarm noch länger gewähren, wird es keine 12 Monde dauern, bis von den umliegenden Siedlungen nichts mehr übrig bleibt, als ein paar Ruinen und ausgebleichte Knochen. Okay. Der sieht voll hübsch aus. Kann ich den noch als zusätzliches Haustier? Nein. Im Katzensack. Okay. Abseits der Sichel, der Straße, die von Dalamal zum Kiefer führt, liegt eine Schlucht, die in einer Sackgasse endet. Nicht selten irren Reisende in der Dunkelheit in sie hinein, um dann im Magen einer dort hausenden Raubkatze zu enden. Die tagsüber herrschende Wüstenhitze beansprucht die Kristalle der fahrenden Händler schon genug, sodass meist des Nachts beim Anzünden von Laternen gespart wird. Und so wird wohl nur das Ableben der Bestie weitere Menschen von einem frühen Tod bewahren. Ist ja dann voll die Verschwendung. Und der 9 Dolch, der sieht auch wie ein Ninja aus. Dalmäkischen Händlern ist es zur Gewohnheit geworden, ein Gebet für arglose Reisende auf dem Weg von Dalamel nach Drachenfang zu sprechen, denn dort liegt ein grausamer Bandit auf der Lauer. Dieser Unhold scheint nicht an Gil oder den Waren der Karawanen interessiert zu sein, sondern ausschließlich daran, das Blut seiner Opfer zu vergießen. Wenn nicht irgendwann ein Reisender kämpft, anstatt zu fliehen, wird die Straße nie wieder sicher sein. Ich kümmere mich drum, aber zuerst ist Jill wieder auf den Beinchen. Guck mal. Das ist ja schön.
Clive, you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto. Any word on the royalist movements since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
Ich frage mich ja auch, jetzt wo wir nochmal diese Symbole gesehen haben bei Ultima, in dieser kleinen Sequenz gerade, die sind ja auch hier überall auf diesen Ruinen drauf. Ich frage mich, ob Ultima irgendwie mit den Fallen zusammenhängt und wenn ja, wie.
the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
History time! Nee, ist wirklich kein Drache.
The kingdom of Walud claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Walud shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands.
Ja, der chillt,
So
ne?
why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Walud? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot?
Er und Habi warten schön, dass ich mal vorbeikomme, glaube ich.
In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Als ob sich das nicht sowieso wie ein Lauffeuer verbreitet hätte. Ich meine, ja, ihn das nochmal persönlich sagen, finde ich einen schönen Touch. Aber als ob sich das nicht rumgesprochen hat. Dass Titan tot ist. Fangen wir doch mal bei Tomes an. Ich frage mich auch, ob es eine Bedeutung hat, dass sie die ganze Zeit... Also im Englischen heißt das Reich ja The Twins. So. It's never twins, aber vielleicht doch.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Das da sind ja auch unsere Twins.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has.
Und Joshua.
To others,
Und
he
Jill.
reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Es gibt mir so leichte, ewige Dunkel-Vibes. Aber passt ja zu unserem Möchtegern-Kuter.
Thanks to Sid, the man who hurt your mother and father is gone. I'm sure they're looking down on us now and smiling. I'm smiling too.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Das ist ein guter Hinweis. Werden nicht übermütig. Wie gesagt, es ist eigentlich wirklich gefährlich, dass Clive so übermenschlich stark wird.
Blackthorn. Do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Aber erst machen wir ein neues Schwert.
Clive?
Und hören uns mehr über Hugo an.
Good bloody riddance.
Gut, dass wir ihn los sind. Wenn jemand ein rostiges Messer in die Eingeweide verdient hatte, dann dieser Bastard. Also, nicht, dass ich dich je mit einem rostigen Messer rumlaufen lassen würde. Sein Tod wird uns die Menschen, die wir verloren haben, nicht zurückbringen. Aber er hat viele aufatmen lassen. Mich eingeschlossen. Danke, Clive.
I'm thankful, dear.
Ich mag halt auch, dass sie immer diese aktuellen Ereignisse kommentieren. Ich sollte wahrscheinlich auch mehr rumlaufen, weil wahrscheinlich noch mehr Leute Kommentare dazu hätten, aber ich vergesse es immer. Asche auf mein Haupt. Verstärker. Das klingt gut. Warum kann ich das denn nicht machen? Oder habe ich die schon? Die habe ich schon gemacht, glaube ich, ne? Weißwürmknochen. Naja, nehmen wir erstmal das.
Should last you a good while.
Dafür fehlt mir Elektrum. Oh, aber das hier könnte ich machen. Die Armreife der Drachentöterin. Weil Drachen und Drachentöter und so sind ja auch irgendwie sehr fest in der Lore verankert. Und dann sind die Dragoons halt nochmal extra spannend. Weißt du, was ich meine?
No scratches, right?
Kann man noch nicht mehr verstärken, leider. Aber den Verstärker können wir noch verstärken.
Yeah, that should do you. That it?
Gut.
Fine.
Zurück zur Auto. Rein. Karen.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. It's a relief.
Eine Sorge weniger. Endlich müssen wir nicht mehr in Angst und Schrecken leben.
Thank you, Clive.
Ich weiß, ich bedanke mich nicht oft, aber ich mein's ernst. Oh, und außerdem, toi toi toi. Für viele von uns war Hugo Kupka der größte Albtraum. Jetzt, da er weg ist, haben plötzlich alle wieder Zeit, sich ihren Alltagswehwehchen zuzuwenden. Und als Anführer dieser Rasselbande wird es dir bestimmt nicht erspart bleiben, die eine oder andere Jammerei über dich ergehen zu lassen. Das ist okay, denke ich.
Go on, then.
Ich denke, damit kann ich umgehen. Aber ich habe immer noch keine größere Tasche bekommen, ne?
It'd better I'll be here. Come again. Oh, don't. I'm not
Auch
much
ganz schön
bothered
frech.
either way.
Habe ich einen Brief bekommen? Kein Brief. Keiner schreibt mir.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
Armer Clive.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something? Just spreading the word. So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed. No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news. Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him. You're right. I should. And I will. Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave. Very well. I'll suggest it.
Ich frage mich ja, wo das Grab überhaupt ist. Ich meine, so viel ist von Sid ja nicht übrig geblieben. Ich würde vermuten, am alten Versteck vielleicht. Wenn man da nochmal hin kann. Also, ich meine, auch da, was davon übrig blieb.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
And do you know what it did? Only when it bloody bit me.
Oh nein, ich bin falsch gelaufen, oder?
It hasn't been
Na doch. Irgendwo hier muss der Eingang sein. Andere Seite. Ich glaube, ich bin gerade einen Riesenumweg gelaufen. Oh, sieh mal da.
I have done it, Sid. I have learned all the letters.
Nice.
Every one.
Auf einem See lebten eine Königin und 3 Goblins. Die Goblins hörten nicht auf ihre Königin und sie wurde zornig und schickte die 3 weg ans Ufer. Dort fraßen sie so viel Schlamm, bis ihre Lippen schwarz waren, und dann bettelten sie darum, heimgehen zu dürfen. Die Königin erlaubte es, denn sie war sehr gutherzig. An der Rechtschreibung arbeiten wir noch ein bisschen, aber soweit ist das okay. Ach ja, hier ist ja die Schule.
I knew it was a good idea to have editors study alongside the children. It's really stoked their competitive spirit.
Sweet. Mit, mein Mädchen. Willst du mitkommen?
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen.
Oh,
The Enterprise.
große Pläne.
Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
Das wäre gut, ja.
A full suit of armor, then? Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Als ob sie nicht selber zu Blackthorn gehen und ihn fragen kann.
I can't make it nor tell of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Dafür braucht sie mich doch nicht.
The engine plating's basically just a very efficient conductor. Create a thermal gradient across it and the heat radiates outwards, which... You know what, just show the plans to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Weißt du, ich weiß, es sind ein paar Stufen auf dem Weg. Ich bin sie schon ein paar Mal gegangen. Aber sie könnte doch einfach ihren süßen Zuckerpopo mal hochbewegen und Schledorn selber fragen. Das muss ich doch nicht machen. Ist doch schon groß. Ja, und es gibt neue Quests.
How are you doing? It was luck, and luck alone.
Es war reines Glück, dass ich es in dieser Nacht heil aus dem Versteck geschafft habe. So viele andere haben das nicht. Weißt du, manchmal, da träume ich von ihnen. Immer sage ich ihnen, wie leid es mir tut, dass ich sie nicht retten konnte.
But now...
Doch jetzt kann ich ihnen eine andere Botschaft überbringen, dass Kupka tot ist, dass du sie alle gerächt hast. Und ich weiß auch, was sie antworten werden, also lass es mich für sie sagen.
Thank you, Clive.
Ja. Fühlt sich aber auch ein
Anything
bisschen
catch your eye?
so an, als wären wir jetzt an der 2/3-Marke angekommen. Ne? Oh. So langsam tut mir aber der Popo weh. 2 neue Quests. Das Gesetz der Rache. Und Backe, Backe, Wehmut. Ja, ich glaube, ich mache erstmal einen Botengang zu Ende. Ich vergesse mal, dass er mich ja dann dahin portet. Statt mir die Quest einfach so zu geben. Aber es gibt viel zu tun. Ich habe aber immer noch keinen... Nö. Keinen neuen Schatz.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Gleich so, ich habe keine Ahnung. Nimm das Ding einfach. Irgendwas mit Wärme. Und Stahl.
Rieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gav and Otto in here, will you?
All right.
Was muss ich dafür töten?
So Mid's roped us all in here again, hasn't she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with.
Okay. Bauen wir ein Schiff.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these 2 lucky souls is going with you?
Oh, ich muss es mir aussuchen. Dann Gav, denke ich. Der ist felderprobt.
Gav, you're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Alamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of this stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting him fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
In your own time.
Ich weiß gar nicht, ob Otto kämpfen kann. Weiß man das? Ich bin mir da gerade gar nicht sicher. Aber irgendwo da in der Nähe war, glaube ich, auch ein Hand. Und eine der Sidequests. Lass mal gucken.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Well, no surprises there.
Clive! Anything catch your eye?
Das ist, glaube ich, ein Lost Wing. Genau. Das hier ist sowieso in Dalmacia. Mach mal das zuerst. Aber weil schon alle schlafen, machen wir wohl auch bald Feierabend, hm?
Good day to you.
Alle müdi.
It's all but spent. The crystals we get from the table.
Are we had to dig a new cellar?
Ach, Quentin.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Aber klar.
Of course.
Auch wenn mir eventuell nicht gefällt, was da raschelt.
You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
Damit die auch gut schlafen können.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
So. Schon wieder an dem Weindings. Ich glaube, ich weiß, was da raschelt.
The crystals we get from the
Ich
table.
glaube, es gefällt mir nicht.
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
Bitte? Was weiß die denn von meiner Route? Hm? Das wüsste ich aber.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it. Screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me. And I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you.
Ich kann leider nicht wegrennen. Dann schauen wir mal,
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then.
was da so
What do you
quietscht.
say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
Eigentlich wäre es auch voll cool, wenn man auf Torgal reiten könnte. Aber ich schätze, dafür ist Clive etwas zu mächtig.
Come on.
Zum Glück haben wir ja noch Ambrosia. Mein treues Mädchen. Auf der fetten Rierform. Guter Punkt. Hoppla.
You there.
Ach nö. Die schon wieder?
Get them before they escape.
Black Shields. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you?
Wir sollten uns halt wirklich mal um Annabella kümmern, aber das heben wir uns wahrscheinlich noch ein bisschen
Not that
auf.
we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Au! Sag mal. Okay. Er ist einfach alleine gestorben, wie es aussieht. Torgel, mein Schatz, brauchst du Hilfe? So, jetzt ist der Wald wieder sauber.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lost Wing? I need to warn Quentin.
Ist aber halt auch nicht gut, wenn die sich jetzt schon bis hier hinten ausbreiten. Aber dann wiederum hat sie gerade ihren Sohn auf den Thron gesetzt, also keiner von uns ist mehr sicher.
Good day to you.
Keiner. Aber ich mag dieses Puppet-Theme, das sich so ein bisschen durchs Spiel durchzieht.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
Alle dead.
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for.
Ach so, wen denn?
And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Okay.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lost Wing?
Hör mal auf, in Rätseln zu reden.
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did, in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
Jetzt wird's einfach Ace Attorney.
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport.
Oh.
I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered.
The fuck?
And he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him and slit their throats myself.
That went dark
The man
fast.
himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds, are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades, and our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
Das ist doch eine Selbstmordmission. Clive, mach doch was. Was? Jetzt endet das einfach? Junge, was? Kannst mich doch nicht einfach so stehen lassen. Was soll das denn?
I'm not going to change his mind.
Hätte ich das verhindern können? Müssen? Was zum Teufel, Junge? Das wird aber hässlich. Aber ich konnte ja nichts machen. Ich konnte nichts auswählen und gar nichts. Nur zusehen. Wir sehen ihr Verderben rennen.
My carpets have
Take a sniff, good sir.
Leave now. There'll be no one to me. Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss.
Die haben alle
Please,
Trouble mit ihren Lehrlingen.
Will you see if you can find him?
Muss an der Wüstenhitze liegen.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
Ich meine, da gibt's nicht mehr so viel zu sehen, aber... Okay. So, hier ist die Main Quest. Ich frage mal meine kluge Liste, wo denn unsere Mönsterchen so rumlümmeln. Das ist überraschenderweise nicht hier. Ich glaube, da war ich tatsächlich noch nicht. Spannend. Dalmekia ist groß, wie mir scheint. Weiß nicht, ob wir da tatsächlich schon hinkommen. Ich mache einfach mal mit der Story weiter. Wird schon klappen, ne?
It would make a
the finest fabric.
Uff, Woman. Schrei mir doch nicht ins Ohr.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav?
Gav, wo bist du denn? Vielleicht muss ich auch einfach mehr erkunden, aber bisher hat uns die Story ja immer hingeleitet, ne?
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Vielleicht brauchen wir auch die
Better
Enterprise.
late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of the stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Als ob das nicht irgendjemand bewachen würde. Kann ich das einfach so mitnehmen? Das erscheint mir zu gut, um wahr zu sein. Oh, eine kleine Echse. Der Zelda-Spieler in mir wollte direkt danach greifen.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Ja, hat er ja auch gesagt, ne? Dass es basically schwarzer Sand ist. Aber nachdem wir vorhin schon Kalkstein verarbeitet haben, kann man damit bestimmt auch was Tolles machen. Trust the process, Clive. Ja, wo ist der 5.? Ich bin augenscheinlich spontan erblindet. Wo ist denn das letzte? Da. Greif halt an. Ey, wie der Mario. Wenn er einmal losdasht, ist er nicht mehr zu bremsen.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
Nicht mehr zu bremsen, der Clive. Wenn wir nur alle so motiviert wären. Ja, gleich mit der ganzen Schaufel.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Na, vielleicht hätte ich das lesen sollen. Sorry, bin schon ein bisschen müde.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
Was liegt dir auf dem Herzen? Ach, guck, wie hübsch das da ist. Würde ich mich auch niederlassen, wenn es nicht so warm wäre.
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain? Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you.
Und das sind die kleinen Momente im Leben.
Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Ich glaube, Torgal hat sich zu viel im Sand gewälzt. Der ist ja richtig gelb. Was ist da denn passiert?
Let's go.
Eine Doggo-Dusche. Ja, einfach kurz in die Oase schmeißen. Bei Hunden sagen die bestimmt nichts. Bist du ein Wegelagerer? Oh nein, du bist. Ha? Was machst du denn hier? Das ist der Neundolch. Okay. Jetzt bin ich verwirrt.
My blade yet hungers.
Der ist ja auch so stark. Oh nö.
Let us feast on your flesh.
Your feasting days are over.
Da sagt mein Daumen aber richtig Nein zum Wort.
Let's try. Come on. That's better. Want some more?
Nee, mein Blut trinkst du nicht. Ich merke aber auch, dass meine Reflexe nachlassen gerade. Kann man auch von ganz viel Daumen drücken eine Sehenscheidenentzündung bekommen? Ich frage für einen Freund. Au. Lass mich doch angreifen! Jesus! So ein Lümmel! Mann, wie trifft er mich denn immer damit? So ein ätzender Scheißtuch. Uff. Aber jetzt bin ich verwirrt. Wieso ist der hier unten? Der ist auf meiner Karte eigentlich woanders. Ha. Boah, mein Handgelenk tut so weh. Nicht cool.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better.
Ah, warte, wenn der Typ hier ist. Na okay, die sind dann hier unten. Beziehungsweise bei dem anderen weiß ich es nicht so genau. Aber der Grimalkin ist irgendwo hier. Den machen wir am besten aber nicht mehr heute. Ja, heute. Ja. Das Problem ist halt echt, ich muss die vielleicht mal 2, 3, 4, 5 Tage ausruhen und das passt mir so gar nicht. Weil die ersten paar Tage hat es meiner Hand überhaupt nichts ausgemacht und gestern hat es halt angefangen. Das ist super scheiße. Ich will halt auch nicht, dass es richtig schlimm wird, ne? Ach ja, wir suchten einen Bäckergehilfen. Richtig. Sieht auch ein bisschen aus wie ein Ei. Wie ein geschlüpftes.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must rue the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
Ja, sorry.
I take it you missed the mother crystal.
I hated her. But she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Ich muss plötzlich so viele Entscheidungen treffen. Ich frage mich, ob das irgendwie für später eine Bewandtnis hat. Ich hoffe aber nicht. Bewahr dir die Erinnerung. Die kann dir keiner nehmen.
Try to remember the good times. Do that, and the mother crystal will be with you no matter where you are.
Even in the bakery.
Genau.
What a fool I've been. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. You've opened my eyes.
Okay.
I have to get back there right away. Farewell.
Mann, hätten die nur schon Fotoapparate oder Smartphones gehabt, hätte er sich wenigstens ein Foto machen können.
Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Ich guck trotzdem lieber mal nach, ob er heil angekommen ist. Ein Bahamuts-Ei, vielleicht auch Phoenix-Ei. Oder Clives. Ob die Fritzes Eiern schlüpfen? Wer weiß das schon.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
Yay.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steeple peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Ich mag salzige Dinge, aber...
Well, if it tastes half as
You know.
unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
Mach das doch vielleicht lieber aus Marmelade oder so. Wenn da so ganze Salzkristalle drin sind. Beißen sich A, die Leute die Zähne aus und B, in der Wüste so viel Salz, was einem ja nun auch Flüssigkeit entzieht. Weiß ich nicht so genau.
Now, Dusan, I know you're keen, but do you have to use the good salt? Leave some for the rest of us.
Sorry, Master. I'll go and get some more later.
Das wird eine fruchtbare Beziehung mit den beiden, glaube ich. Bin ich fest davon überzeugt. Gut, geben wir noch den Stardust ab. Und dann,
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
fertig für heute. Ich glaube aber, Mitt will noch mehr von uns, also sind wir wahrscheinlich noch ein bisschen beschäftigt, bis wir ein Schiffchen haben.
All right, Clive. I gave all that stardust to Blackthorn, just like I promised.
Sweet.
I got everything Blackthorn asked for. How'd it go over in Dalimil?
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You know, it beats sneaking around on your Todd all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Bin aber mal gespannt, ob die dann noch fliegen kann. Weil sie hat jetzt von einem Schiff gesprochen.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Aber Sid ist ja nun mal bekannt für seine Luftschiffe. Huch, Mini, lass doch das Regal stehen.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
Wir haben Zwerg-Chocobos? Wo? Wo? Baby-Chocobos. Sollte mich vielleicht aufmerksamer
I just
umsehen.
started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Ach so.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need.
Na, so ein Zufall.
What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Mit, so führt man keine Leute. Man merkt sich wenigstens Namen. Nennt sie nicht Dingsbums. Komm schon.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes.
Yes.
Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy.
Okay.
Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand.
Hat sie aber lange reden lassen.
Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing.
Oh.
The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
Na, zum Glück habe ich ein großes
I
Schwert.
see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Die sind ja alle richtig gut drauf. Aber die Enterprise muss beim besten Willen bis zum nächsten Mal warten.